guys! So today we're going to be making a couple cheese boards and getting things together because I am having a very small COVID friendly day party in my apartment. And if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you guys have probably been seeing that I have been doing a lot of decor stuff. I'll have videos for that once everything is finalized. But yeah, throwing a day party because, you know, we're 5-6 months into COVID and I think New York is already at phase 3 or 4 now. So I just thought it would be nice if like a couple old coworkers and friends could all just get together and sit and have like a little face masquerade. And yeah, just enjoy some music, play some games and everything. So this is a 2-part video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the cheese boards that I put together, and I'm also going to be making a plum grape tomato or cherry grape bruschetta, but I'm going to be doing it without the garlic and shallots because I don't want them to be highly fragranted. And tomorrow, in part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how I do all the placement and putting everything together, and show you what the setup is going to look like before people start to arrive. So let's get started. I am drinking a beverage that technically just tasting for tomorrow's party. It is a Trader Joe's dry rosé cider. It's pretty good. Pretty happy with it. So right here I have my hand sanitizer because COVID, and she's a bitch, so excuse my French. So yeah, gonna get started. Oh, I have everything here except for a knife. Aha! Okay, so I got the knife. I have a fork and spoons as well. So then that way, once I'm done, I can put everything in here, mix it. This is the Tupperware I'm gonna be keeping the like peach plum, cherry, grape tomato, like burrata. When I say peach plum, there's like these really weird fruits from Trader Joe's. They did like a hybrid of a cherry and a plum, and there's no peach in it whatsoever. It just looks like a peach. So yeah, but I'm basically just taking those and mixing them with a little tiny like cherry grape tomatoes, and that's this bowl right here. And then I'm gonna be mixing it with olive oil and salt and pepper, and then just go from there. So the goal of this is to do a little sauce cup dip, and I have fresh burrata, and what I'll be doing tomorrow is taking the fresh burrata out, putting them into their own little sauce cups, putting a tiny bit of olive oil, and then putting this little concoction on top and pair it with a brioche toast, and people can just grab it and go, and it's like a 1 bite. But it's super sanitary and people aren't sharing things. So let's get started.
So I decided to fast forward because there's no reason why you should be watching me cut tomatoes and plum cherries for an hour. Right now I'm cutting about 1.5 cups of tomatoes and 1.25 cups of the cherry plums, and the reason why I chose the cherry plums to pair with the tomatoes because they're a little bit tangy, so they're tart like the cherries, but then like they do have that natural sweetness, and I thought that it would be really nice to go over the burrata, be a little bit refreshing. And the tomatoes, I did that because I wanted there to be a familiar taste, and I wanted there to be a nice pop of color when everybody saw their little handheld cups. Also, I'm trying to be mindful of making vegetarian dishes because not everyone that's in my friend circle eats meat. So this dish does have dairy, but it is high in protein because of the burrata, and it also is vegetarian friendly because there is no meat. The cheese board does have meat on it though, so yeah.
So we're gonna shovel this. This is about 1 cup of the peach plum things. So, cup, maybe 1.25 cups. Ah, I lost 2 again. I'm just losing 2 of everything. Jesus. Nope. Lost 4. 2 more fell off. All right. Okie dokie. So now that we have this, right? So if you can see it, it's peaches and tomatoes and a mess on my table. I'm gonna move all this cheese and stuff over here. All right, have napkins right here. Not perfect, but it'll do. Okay, so we're gonna take another break with the rosé. Back to this. All right, so we're gonna take some extra light olive oil. Got it from Target. Good and Gather, good and cheap, love it. Normally what I do is like I measure with this, the lid. It's about like a teaspoon and a half, I think. But I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna try to get maybe a tablespoon and a half in here. And what that's gonna do is saturate it, and I want all the juices to come out and kind of form a dressing. I have salt right here, so I'm gonna put some salt on it. And I'm using this cute little salt shaker because the other one is very, very obnoxious and a lot of salt comes out at the same time. So I'm just going for a teaspoon. And we have pepper, and I'm doing the same thing. And no, we did not use this much pepper, so I just filled these things. Y'all can come out. Don't be flying away. And you know what? Just because I feel a little tiny bit bougie, I think that I'm gonna get some balsamic vinaigrette and just do a little dab in here, so then that way it has some acidity. So yeah, just so it has some acidity because like Netflix says, salt, fat, acid, heat. So I got the salt, the fat is the cheese, acid, there's no heat in here. So yeah, I gotta cater to everybody. Okay, I put a teaspoon in here. I'll adjust tomorrow if I need to. So I'm just gonna give it a stir. Smells pretty good. I don't know if I want to cut shallots and put them in here. I think I'm just going to keep this to a basic like fruit salad. So I'm going to just take some in my hand. Don't worry, I picked up the one that fell right back in and my hands are super clean. Yep. So, hand sanitizer. You get the tanginess from the like cherry plum, and you get like the natural familiar flavor from the tomato, and then you get like some acidity from balsamic vinaigrette, but it just kind of brings everything together. And then obviously the olive oil provides fat in this dish, and it's going to be even nicer when you put it on top of the burrata. I think I'm going to add like a little bit more salt to it though, because I really want it to have a punch. Okay. So yeah, if I try it one more time, just take some tomato and take some cherry plum. Yep. All right, so there goes our bruschetta for tomorrow. Very simple. Put it over top of burrata, and then drizzle some olive oil on top if you want to be fancy, but this is actually going to macerate, and that means like everything's going to just come out to the bottom, so it'll be really, really, really nice. I'll debate on if I want to, like, for visual purposes, if I want to actually add olive oil on top, fresh olive oil. So now we're gonna make our cheese boards. So for our cheese boards, right, I got these cute little plates from Target, $5.99. I always think that these boards right here are a bit erroneous large. Nobody needs that much. So what I'm gonna do is, I got this Spanish cheese tapa sampler, and I tried to separate the cheeses earlier. I tested one or whatever, and they were quite hard. So what I'm gonna do is separate by hand, and hopefully I can like layer it a certain way. But I am going to be putting in this cheese board the tapa sampler, prosciutto, and I have crackers on the other side that I'll be opening up tomorrow. So I have like biscotti crackers and water crackers. For this, I'm gonna be putting water crackers in. And then I'm gonna put a combination of dried figs and cherries in each one of these. And I'll probably, I was thinking of putting spinach at the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna put spinach at the bottom just because it might wilt overnight. So I'm gonna avoid doing that. But yeah, I'm just gonna put the Spanish cheeses, prosciutto, cherries, figs, and I have hard salami that I'll be cutting tomorrow in the morning. And I will put it in here as well, along with the crackers.
So let's get started. Going through this prosciutto is like super, super thin. Got it from Trader Joe's, and if any of you guys have ever eaten it, you just kind of know that it's hard to deal with sometimes. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just taking the prosciutto out of the little container, and I am rolling it up to make kind of like a rose shape. And from there, I'm just lining it on the side of the bowl. I also repeated this process twice because I'm making 2 cheese boards. Next, decided to be smart and open up all the cheeses before and not after because I was having a real issue with how slippery my fingers were getting and stuff like that. So yeah, I have layered the cheeses. So I believe the cheeses, they were, because I don't have them in front of me, but they were Iberico, Manchego, and then Campo de Vino, I think. But basically I put the Iberico in the middle because the rind was not dark. And I did that on both boards. So I used 2 packs of cheese each for these boards, and I laid the cheeses vertically on their side. So yeah. And the reason why I'm putting so much cheese is because I know on a cheese board, the cheese and the prosciutto is always the first thing to go. Cheese and meat all day.
So if you guys were wondering which crackers I decided to go with, I got these little brioche toast for the burrata and bruschetta, and then I got these water crackers. So I got 2 boxes of the brioche toast, and I got 1 box of the water crackers because the water crackers always have more in them than you expect. The brioche toast, not so much because they're brioche and everybody likes brioche, baby. So yeah. I am not a smart child. We have so much trash on this table, I swear. Alright. So, this is how the plate looks. So I have basically like 2 sections to work with, and I'm gonna try to keep the meat by the meat. So in this very top section above the cheese is where I'm going to put the salami. If you're looking, it's right here. I'm going to try to put the salami right here. And then I'm going to put the berries and figs over here.
So yeah, just so you guys know, I used about a half cup of cherries, dried cherries, in each of these, maybe a little bit more, just because it started falling out a lot. And then I also used half a cup of figs, and I have some left over that I will be decorating the boards for the crackers with and everything. But yeah, I'm just packing them in, so then that way I have room for the salami.
All right, you guys, we're back. Doing the last thing. I'm actually going to be cutting this sorpreseta right now. And the reason why I'm cutting it now versus tomorrow is because I'm going to be putting saran wrap over everything, so I should be fine as far as smell in my fridge. I just got salami juice in my face. Ugh. hate salami, but people love it.
You guys, for the sake of the video, I continued to cut and arrange this plate with the salami juice in my face, and it was so disgusting. I literally hate the smell of salami. I do not like cured meat. The only kind of cured meat, if you can even call it cured, that I like is prosciutto. But other than that, this was a very, very, very uncomfortable experience for me. But yeah, I managed to cut everything and place them in the bowls accordingly. I did about half of the salami in one and the other half in the other, obviously, because that would only make sense. And then this last bit right here is just me trying to tidy it up to make it Instagrammable.
So yeah, that's it. These are the cheese boards for tomorrow. You can see at the best angle possible. So you guys can see we have a selection of Spanish cheeses. We have prosciutto, we have salami. It's a soppressata, so it's spicy. And then we have figs and cranberries, and I made 2 of these. So, and I also did the peach and tomato bruschetta for tomorrow. So yeah, that was it. I will package these and get back to you guys, but thank you for watching, and tomorrow will be part 2 where we actually put everything together. I will show you quickly like the drinks and everything, the placement of the food, where I'm gonna have people sitting. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stick everything in the fridge. I'm gonna take pictures for you guys for Instagram. A little boozy because this rosé cider is actually really good. So stay tuned because the next video is going to be part 2. And part 2 is just going to be like the placement of everything. I really don't have anything else to prepare except for the burrata, so I might prepare that and show it to you guys. But all I'm going to be doing is putting the burrata in the bottom of these little sauce cups, putting this on top, toasting some pizzas, toasting some focaccia, throwing some chips in a bowl, and that's going to be everything. Everything is meant to be handheld or picked with a toothpick, so I'm going to have some toothpicks out for everybody. And I'll just give you a rundown and show you the apartment, and you won't be seeing the face masquerade because I want to keep everyone's privacy intact, but I'll definitely try to take pictures for you guys and show it off on Instagram. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and thank you for watching I'm Just Zoe, cooking with me and doing little things here and there because it's boring times. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time.